Welcome to The Approach Shot, the golf show that's more laughs than links, more stories than strokes, more guffaws than golfers. Here are the hosts of The Approach Shot, John Ashton and Neil Michaels.
It is time again for us being him,
me,
Neil.
Oh, I'm supposed to say a name. Neil
Michaels, I believe, and that's what it was last week.
The whole thing.
Have you changed it?
I went to the post office last week and saw my name up someplace, and I thought I'll just go anonymously.
That's why you're doing the funny nose and glasses thing. I got you. That's cool.
No, that's not why.
I'm John Ashton. I got an email from one of our early listeners, which is great. It's nice to know you're out there, and nice to know that you actually want to talk. And this guy, he heard that I had been a former top 40 disc jockey.
Yes.
So he said, hey, a little quiz. How many Motown groups can you name? And I went, 2, 3, 4 tops.
Ah, very nice. Boom. Brilliant. You suckered me right into that. Following you right along to the punchline.
Let me assure you, it gets better from this point on.
We have guests to rescue us.
Some stellar and luminary guests. I mean, we've got an Emmy winner on today.
An Emmy winner. She is an Emmy winner from daytime, but she's also been in several movies. She's also been in television shows like Big Bang Theory, which is one of my all-time favorites. Mm-hmm. So I'm delighted to be able to talk to Patrika Darbo.
And Patrika is one of those actresses whose name is not at the top of your mind.
Right.
But her face. You see her face going, I know her.
Yeah. I did that when we first started talking to her, and I looked her up and I was like, I know her. Yep. And then, as we'll talk about later, there are lots of other things that you'll see, other pictures of her, and you'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. She has quite a colorful career, and she brought a lot of that color to our show.
And a colorful laugh that is infectious. And
Indeed.
Speaking of laughs, golf is a funny game. We have another comedian, Anais Lucia.
Very nice. Oh, you said that beautifully.
I know. You have to do the accent. You have to accent the proper syllable when you talk. So.
Why do I laugh? I only encourage you.
That's it. Contractual obligations are a pain, aren't they, man?
Check.
So anyhow, Neil Michaels, John Ashton, and you all together becomes The Approach Shot, and we appreciate you being here and hang out because we have Patrika Darbo and Anais Lucia coming up. Don't go away.
What's wrong, Bunky? The holidays are over and you're feeling blue? Snap out of it. There's no shortage of collegiate and professional sports action, and there's no better place to get in on all the action than with DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. If you haven't tried out DraftKings Sportsbook, what are you waiting for? Hi, it's Neil Michaels to tell you that to celebrate this year's football playoffs, DraftKings is giving all new players the chance to bet on any of this weekend's professional football games at 100-1 odds. You heard right. Bet $1 on any football game this weekend, and if your team wins, you win $100. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable, making it easy for you to deposit and withdraw your money at your convenience. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code APPROACH when you sign up to get 100-1 odds on any football game this weekend. That's code APPROACH for new players and get a shot at $100 on any football action this weekend. For a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. Well, every week I say I'm so excited to have this guest on, but today I'm super excited because today we have an Emmy Award-winning actress. When was the last time either of us said that? You know her from her Days of Our Lives roles, also Bold and the Beautiful, but she also appeared on Seinfeld, Married with Children, Big Bang Theory, Gilmore Girls, Dexter. Please stop me. For God's sake, stop me. It's Patrika Darbo. Good morning and welcome to the show, Patrika.
Thank you very much.
Enter and sign in, please. Where is that from? Remember that?
What's my line?
Okay. I was going to say, come on, we're all old enough to remember that, aren't we? You were the last one I would expect to pull that out, Patrika. I was thinking maybe it'd be the old dude.
I look damn good, but I'm an old doll. So
She do look damn good.
You obviously weren't part of the bold part of Bold and the Beautiful because you took
I was
the
a
other.
bitch, so it's okay. I was bold and beautiful.
I gotcha. Here's a combination for you.
So let's just take the PG-13 off of today's show.
Oh, sorry.
This is probably the most important question I will ask you today. Where in your house is the Emmy Award?
It's by the front door so that anyone walking in can see it. And as I leave, I can see it. Right there.
Goodbye, beautiful. Have a good day.
Yes, definitely. I polish her regularly.
They don't have like a miniature copy they give you. You can put on a necklace around your neck or something.
I do have one of those because I'm a governor. As a governor of the Television Academy, we get they gave them out as tie tacks for the gentlemen or lapel pins. But as a lady, I had a little veil put on the back so I can wear her as a necklace. So yes, right. I take her everywhere.
Well, very well done.
I could just see when she's sitting at a restaurant, the bill comes and she just starts looking at it and talking to her. Oh, were you an Emmy Award winner? No, it's on the house. Oh, honey, no.
Thank you so much. That's usually at a bar, though, babe.
We like her.
We do like her. She one of us. One of us.
We like her lots. Patrika, I have been told that you are an avid golfer.
You know, I love to play. I'm a member of the Lady Duffers of Burbank, so I play regularly every Monday with my club. As a somewhat celebrity, because I don't always talk to my Emmy. I'm invited to play in a number of celebrity tournaments.
Right.
So I practice my short game because I can never drive as far as some of the guys do. Mm-hmm. So my chipping and putting I work really hard on. But yes, I love to play.
In your position as a celebrity in the town of celebrities, you have a surface relationship with a lot of people. Have you ever played golf with somebody that you kind of knew and after 18 holes developed either a whole new appreciation and a much deeper friendship, or on the other hand said, I never want to hang out with this person again, ever?
That usually doesn't happen on the golf course. Sometimes working on a show, you kind of go, oh, my God. And usually it's not after 18 holes. It's when you're at the 19th hole. You find out whether you like this person or you don't like that person. So, yeah, I think like in any life or any profession you're in, there are some AHs, because this is family, and there are not AHs. That's the best way to put that.
And since you were talking to us right before we started here, you were talking to us about the course you play on. Tell us a little bit about that again, the course in Burbank.
It's DeBell Golf Course in Burbank. It's up the hill. Everything is up the hill. No matter what you do, you're going up the hill. Occasionally it's a downhill, and then you have to look out for the gullies, the coyotes, and the deer. But when you're on the putting range, everything rolls to Burbank. Just remember that.
So if you're directionally challenged, you're in a lot of trouble.
Well, you're up a hill, so you can look down and see where it is. It's right there.
I have never been on a golf course where everything is uphill. I have been on golf courses where the wind is always in your face, no matter where you're going.
I think one of my first ever golf tournaments that I watched on TV, it was Tiger, it was somebody, and you know, he's lining up his shot, and it was dead quiet. And then you hear the announcer go, "Oh, the wind is in his face." And I thought, wow, that was really dramatic.
That's why he's an announcer.
That's right. On the golf course, you have to do something to make that stuff sound dramatic.
What's your best round, Patrika?
Golly gee. I think probably I did pretty well at George Lopez's last tournament. Since I only play 9 holes, or it's hard to say what. It's my best one. And because I usually play, when you play foursomes, and it's best ball, so I usually play, so it's hard for me to say there. Yeah. Though I'm a lot of fun. That's probably my best thing. Is I'm a lot of fun.
Well, John and I have played a number of best balls in our hacking careers, and somebody who's got a good short game and putts well is probably the most valuable person on the team, because all the guys can roll up their sleeves and try to hit the ball far, but finishing is the toughest part.
I know. That's why I look so good when I. And I did have a lot of problems in the beginning because my aim wasn't so good. I've now mastered how to do that, but it's always fun to ask the guys, am I aimed right?
Want to help little old me?
Help me.
She's got a couple of MVP trophies next to that.
I think that's the hardest thing we were talking about. It was my driving is I grew up in the baseball world because my dad was with the Braves organization.
Okay.
And so I am a slugger because I played a lot of softball in different teams and did in college and stuff. So I want to slam it instead of I'm pushing instead of pulling. So that's been my toughest thing to overcome. When I first started playing, my uncle was still alive, and he said to me, you'll play damn good if you can stay in your shoes. I come right up on my toes. Every day going, where's the ball? It's still right in front of me. So, I understand that a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you're a little, how do we say this, height challenged?
What, excuse me? I'm not quite 5'3" in my stocking feet, and I'm old, so I've probably shrunk even more. And do not talk about that. So I am height challenged.
We had James Blake, the tennis player, on, and I believe he's 6'4". So the two of you in the same foursome would be magical.
It would be fun. What can I say? Let me just say too, one of my biggest regrets at this point was my dad, who I told you was with the Braves organization. His name was Don Davidson. He was known as the biggest little man in baseball. He was only 4'2".
Whoa!
Legally classified as a midget. Had his own clubs and avidly played.
Yeah.
And my biggest regret was that I didn't play at the time when I was a kid and we could have played together.
Yeah.
So things like that.
I'm in Louisville, Kentucky, and I know some of the guys that work for Louisville Slugger. Louisville Slugger owned the Powerbuilt Golf Company. His job was to go around and find the major leaguers who played golf and get them Powerbuilt golf clubs.
Wow.
That's all he did for a living.
Wow.
Gave away Powerbuilt golf clubs to Major League Baseball players. And they called it a job.
Yeah, just like that, they called this a job, and
I have an Emmy.
Which proves she can do her job. What do you got to prove you can do yours, huh?
Wait, I've heard you had a very successful show, so I know that you will do your job.
We do it as best as we can, and we appreciate those folks with the low expectations that keep listening.
Right.
So what are you doing other than playing golf every Monday now?
Well, right this moment, of course, we're in lockdown.
That's true.
We don't get to do too much. If we do play golf right this moment, so just one person in the cart, and you still have to wear your mask on the course right this moment because they're trying to make sure everyone's safe. But I'm doing voiceover auditions, and I shot a couple commercials before they put us in total lockdown. So I've got some things running there, and hopefully the business will pick up and I'll start auditioning again.
Yeah.
So.
That's got to be rough. I mean, can't you just walk into an audition carrying your Emmy and set it down and say, who do I talk to about this?
What's the famous actress who somebody went into the casting director was 17 years old and asked her what has she done recently? And at which point she pulled out 2 Oscars and said, this is what I've done. Would have done.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. The business has changed quite a bit. Yeah. So it's really weird because it used to be like 3 networks and now they're streaming and Roku, Hulu, all these different things. You'd think we'd all be working all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's still the same people doing the same stuff, isn't it?
It is. It's just like, and now because things only run short episodes, like 6 or 8 episodes, they can do this show. And then they move them over to this show. Meanwhile, the rest of us are going, hello. Hello. got an Emmy.
Still, and a necklace.